what they tell you. They may tell you you're dumb as a box of rocks. See yourself smart. Okay. Know that you have the potential. And so the book would be very helpful in helping redefine your self image. That if that's what they're telling you, that's not the truth of you. So now you decide who you want to be and what you want to be. And then you proceed along those lines. We look at
Intelligence
mhm.
versus hard work. I'm sorry to cut you off. Which one do you think matters more?
I think they're both equal. I know
Oh,
a lot of
okay.
intelligent folks that are broke, intelligent folks that are lazy, and I know another hardworking people who don't have any sense, who just working to maintain. You need them both. You need intelligence and you need hard work.
Let me ask you a question about success. Now, we talk a lot about success as if it's a good thing. Success has a lot of negative attributes, so loneliness, hate, jealousy, a lot of things that are hard to deal with outside of getting to success. Where most people may not even want the success. You mentioned Beyonce earlier. I imagine her life is a living hell, right? You know what I mean? Paparazzi, people always on you, in and out, in and out. We never talk about that part of success. Success feels like an estranged relationship with everybody you know, everybody you've ever done business with. It becomes a lonely hole of destitute feelings toward life. And I just wonder, do we really need to push people towards success?
Success is we're looking a lot more at the material side of it, but success is a continuous realization of a worthwhile purpose. And I mean, a lot of times we equate it with dollars and cents. There are a lot of people who are successful because they're happy. I think success without happiness is short lived, and that's why a lot of times people make a lot of money but live very very miserable lives. And so the main thing is, what is it that brings you joy? What is it that brings you happy? Success has its downsides in the sense that I got like where Beyonce and Jay Z live. Uh, I know the paparazzi is a pain in the butt, but I know that they have a magnificent, beautiful house overlooking the park with a beautiful view, and they don't have. I don't know if I don't think they have any money worries, so that's not a bad thing. I think the idea is to create a life for yourself that provides the material things you need to take care of you and your family, that provides the amount of satisfaction in what you do to make the money, and provides a legacy. I believe in legacy. In other words, the fact that I've lived and we have children, I would love for my children to have a better shot than I have. So I would like to make sure that they have some money going forward. I'll tell you, it's very interesting. Very often, we as black folks look at insurance to pay the burial and pay the bills, wherein white people look at insurance as a way to replace the income of the person who died. Just say it's the father, the husband, and that's a big difference. That's a big difference, and it's not absolute because there are a lot of black folks that really plan for that. But the
Well, I
idea
mean,
is to have a happy life for yourself and provide for your kids in the future.
I used to date a girl who made her first few millions off of the death of a family member from insurance money.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the way she described it was the most evil thing I'd ever heard of in my life. But everybody should do that, even though it's very terrible. Praying for someone's death so that you could gain wealth. But I guess overall, I just always heard more money, more problems. And in my life, I've understood that to be true. And I just wonder, like, is that where are the topics where we discuss what it's like to make money or be successful and the pitfalls and the stress and the hell of that existence? You know what I mean? When I see a crackhead on the street, he's just happy as he could be. He got his crack. He's running down the street butt naked. He's just in zest. He's happy, elated, gay. He's gay as he could be. But when you look at somebody who's really wealthy, they're miserable. They got this to do. Their schedule is nonstop things to take care of. And then when they get home, they don't. And look at all the successful men who are not happy in their relationships with their wives. I mean, Success seems more like a burden than anything. What would you say to people who feel like that?
Success is like a knife. You can use that knife to carve out a beautiful statue, to carve out a beautiful life for yourself. You can use that knife, that same knife, to kill somebody. It's all a matter of perspective. There are a lot of people with money that are very happy. You don't generally hear from them because one of the things I find about having money is the best thing you do is be quiet. So don't run around showing how much money you have, you know, um, because money is kind of like dog poop. It can attract flies. And so there are a lot of people who have money and very happy, very self-contained, self-content, and most of them are very quiet about the money that they have because they know that other people have different attitudes about their money. A guy I knew hit the lottery, man, and went to Las Vegas and hit the machine for $5 million. He got about 2.8 million, and his life was hell. People that didn't know him, man, relatives showed up. Somebody sued him because one day he said, "Hey, I'm gonna send your child to college. This is my grandnephew. I'm gonna send him to college." Mama, when he didn't do it, the mama want to sue him because he said 4 years ago he was gonna send him to college. So the money brought him nothing but grief. He's back working on his job. The money's gone, and he's probably happier than he was before. So it goes both ways. Um, if you get the money without consciousness, see, it's all about mindset. If you get the money without the right mindset, like people who hit the lottery, very often within 5 or 6 years, the money's gone. But then you get people who generate money and hit the lottery and they have the right mindset. Those lottery winners that you never hear from, those are the ones that are pretty happy with their money. A lot of the people who work and make very successful, you never hear from them. You know, one day you see them and somewhere and you go like, man, I didn't know you had that kind of money. Gee whiz. They're generally very happy. So yeah, I think it's not money, it's the attitude that people have towards it. It can be a blessing or it can be cursing, but it depends on your mindset.
I
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess not necessarily to summarize, but my thoughts of what you've said so far is that when dealing with money, you should look at it or treat it as a tool, and then when using it properly, you can cut yourself. But I mean, I work in the kitchen, and I can't stand a dull knife. So I think it's a matter of when you have a sharp knife, do you use the knife and then put it away, or do you wave it around and tell everyone you have a sharp knife, and then invoke feelings of jealousy in them? If you can just be happy and content with what you have and keep it within that notion, maybe cut things for your friends,
Right.
then everything is fine. But when you start
Keep your
trying
knife
to,
sharp.
uh,
Keep your knife
yeah,
sharp.
you show it
Yeah.
off and whatnot, like, hey, look at this, I got this, that Japanese steel.
Yeah.
People get jealous of
Uh-huh.
you, and we know that jealousy breeds contempt and whatnot.
Yeah.
So maybe one of the better things should be that you should not just chase success, but also chase a successful mindset.
Exactly. That's perfectly said.
I definitely agree. One of the people I know who got fired from a job, when we next saw him, he was super happy, and it's because he had so much stress, and letting go of the job, he found something better, and that was more in line with him. So he was very happy.
I'm complete, man. I thank you guys for sharing and giving us the opportunity to talk and salute what you're doing. It's rare to get a group of brothers together talking stuff, ideas and meaningful stuff. And so I'm, just thankful and honored to be on your program.
I do have one question before you go. It's going to be a little bit off the wall. Um, you didn't mention it. You kind of like scooted over it. As a lawyer, how do I say this? When it comes to politics, um, how do you think that equates to like success on the black diaspora? Do black people need to get more involved in politics, or you don't even mention it in your book whatsoever? Or
Yeah,
those are just extra?
and I don't mention any politics, anything.
That's
It's
great.
strictly personal growth and development. Yeah.
Great. I don't care for politics in general. I have an opinion, but I don't think they're important because I think it's more about money than anything. As I get older, who knows?
Money is important. Ideas are important too. Politics represents different ideas. You have different, so many different ideas on the landscape, and You know, some people believe one idea, some people believe another. So whatever the program, if you got money, you're in a better situation. Let's put it like that. Okay.
Money, money, money. Money, money. All right. So we thank you for coming to our show here. I actually learned a lot, and well, you learn something every day. But let's see if we take that knowledge and use it, and don't procrastinate to use it tomorrow. Use it today, right? Anything else you want to say to the audience?
Absolutely. When I say to the audience, thank you for having me on. I know there's people of color, as black folks, we have to do. I know when I was a child, I was taught you had to work harder to get less, but you got to always work harder. We'd love for you to go out and get our book. It's on Amazon, 12 Universal Laws of Success by Dr. Herbert Harris. It's on our website, herbertharris.com. One of the things that we've been really working to do, we find that many times when people want to make changes in their lives and sincerely make changes, we put together a program called the Success Toolbox. And the reason we put that together was to give people the opportunity to have all the tools. So you have a copy of the 12 Universal Laws of Success ebook, but you also have the audio book over 6 hours. Because a lot of folks, we have to respect people have different learning styles. So a lot of people have to hear it rather than read it in a book. So we have the audio book. And then we have a home study course called New You, the New You course. And what that does is it gives you a chance to, I think you were saying a little earlier, there's 4 parts in the course. It's like assess your situation. Because if you're not happy, if things are not going the way you want to, then you need to look at what's going on, assess your situation. Part 2 is make some necessary changes. Once you know where you're going, once you know where you're at, it's like a GPS. You can't go anywhere until you know where you're at. Once you assess your situation, whether you're doing good, your finances, your relationships, your emotions, your thoughts, then you can make new thoughts, new emotions, new relationships, new habits. And so we say assess, address. Then the third section is on to set new goals. Once you see more, you can be more. So once you get a good vision of the life you want to live, then lay it out and write out that vision. And then the 4th part is how to make a plan, how to get it done, how to do a day-by-day action plan to do stuff. And there's some lot other motivational audios in there, the law of command to help you reprogram your mind, so that some of those negative things that the world mind, the system has said about us can be changed. And it's on our website. So I invite your listeners to just check out our website, herbertharris.com. And there's a nice little tab there, the Success Toolbox. Click on that and read some of that, and there may be something very helpful for you. So once again, thank you so much for being on here, and keep up the good work.
Hey, I'm going to end this with a little scripture. Hey, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know I have plans for you, declared the Lord, plans to prosper and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Everybody, thank you, Dr. Herbert Harris, for coming to the podcast. We appreciate you. I will be looking forward to diving deeper into your books. And if you want to come again, the door is always open. We thank you on the Everyday Black Man podcast. Everybody clap, 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 clap. There we go. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you. And you'll learn that each one of the laws is based on some scripture. So I think you'll appreciate that. Yes,
I will appreciate that. So you have
all right, so my assistant will get to you and just send us your addresses and we'll send you the copy.
Thank you. Stay blessed.
Appreciate it.
Stay blessed.
Thank you. Stay blessed.
Forward to this.